idea of what it will be like to ride on these faster trains, we traveled to Virgin Trains in Florida, where they're working on expanding high-speed rail for the rest of America. Passenger rail, at least here in America, seems like something of the past, so how are you getting it to work here in Florida, where the only other train people know about is driven by a mouse?
Gabe, you know, it's been a very interesting experience prying people's white-knuckled hands off the steering wheels down here in South Florida and getting them onto a train.
Patrick Goddard brought his career experiences in hospitality to the passenger rail industry as president of Brightline, a privately owned rail system currently being rebranded as Virgin Trains USA.
20 million people who live in the state. Our train travels through 10 million of those people. So again, if you look back at the history, the whole state grew up around this railroad.
So currently that's the route, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, West Palm.
West Palm.
And now we're building up to Orlando.
So we're in the lounge area now, is that right?
Yeah.
This is not what I expected. Like, it's pretty pristine.
We are reinventing train travel in America. We want to focus on that experience. We want it to be different. Every seat has its own outlet. There's plentiful Wi-Fi, there's food and beverage service, there's a full bar, there are retail offerings, over-the-counter pharmacy. All of this is very accessible, and it's a complete diversion away from what everybody is used to.
So outside of Florida, where do you see this expanding to?
Anywhere that's too short to fly, too long to drive. Dallas to Houston, Chicago to St. Louis, Atlanta to Charlotte. These are all corridors that kind of meet that criteria. Sure. Densely populated cities, congested corridors that connect them.
Yeah.
These types of projects that are so transformational and you're literally remapping like neural pathways in people's brains. They just don't really understand it until they see it.
We're pretty used to just getting in our cars, doing it our way on our time, and it probably does take a little bit of adjustment for people to understand that. But I will tell you, like, everything you've described about how relaxing the experience can be, like, that is appealing to me. If I didn't have to drive myself everywhere, like, that would be ideal.
They're about to call boarding for the 140 now.
I'd like to try that out. If
Let's go, let's do it.
What are some of the ways technology has significantly changed since the golden age of train travel?
Yeah, the perennial problem for railroads in the past is like, well, you know, if I've still got to get in my car to get to the train station, I may as well just stay in it. And it's so easy now to get to and from a train with all the sort of new mobility options there are today, like rideshare and motorized scooters and so on.
Yeah. So what's still relevant about train travel as a passenger today?
People are spending more time on their mobile devices. They want to be out of their cars. They want to be safe. They want to be more eco-friendly. And train travel provides all of that.
So you're familiar with high-speed rail, probably from Europe and your travels there. Why has it taken so long for Americans to get on board?
Yeah. In the 1950s, I think, when Europe and Asia was rebuilding their railroads and preparing them for high-speed rail, because this technology is not new, the U.S. invested money in highways. And we really missed the opportunity. You know, everybody kind of got into their car, and that was sort of everyone's opinion or view or vision of what independence was at that time. 70 years later, all those highways are congested. That's why we're coming back to rail at this point. But it's sort of, we've gone through this cycle where Europe and Asia is like past us in terms of how to create this kind of connectivity. It just doesn't exist here in the United States, but we're looking to correct that.
I've heard the term red spike thrown around.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That's our spin on the golden spike era. The delivery of this system in conjunction with our new partnership with Virgin Trains, we've used the red spike to symbolize the reinvention of train travel in America. We think it's time. We think it's the right place. We've initiated this journey with this first system in Florida. We're going to go build our first expansion network outside of Florida, out in the West Coast, and we're going to be looking for other places to go and do this. We think it's time.
So the next time you hear that old steam whistle screaming, think of all the people trains are helping today. Hope you've enjoyed riding along with me. Keep your schedules up to date and be on time for the next one. This video is inspired by our PBS series, Reconnecting Roots. Visit reconnectingroots.com to watch the full episodes or to check out our music and podcast. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe so we can keep making more. Thanks for watching.